What's up, everyone? Spencer here from the Fantasy Files, and I hope you had a great holiday wherever you are. This year, we've mostly been focused on making new connections and relationships in the book reading community, and have also been striving to really nail down what we want the podcast to be. We've learned a lot this year, most of which has been from your feedback. With that being said, here are some new announcements for what we're doing in 2023. The biggest thing is, as of yesterday, we are officially back on Spotify. We will be rolling out some of our older episodes a couple times a week until we're completely caught up. And then once we are, every single new episode will be uploaded from there on. We've lost some of our earlier audio, and it's a huge undertaking to get all 60 plus episodes and reviews uploaded to Spotify, so we are kind of picking and choosing the best of 2022 to upload to Spotify, and the rest will still be available here on YouTube. Our Spotify will be linked below in the description of this video. We'll also be putting more focus on short form content this year, and even playing around with our show design as a whole to make our episodes a little shorter and more digestible for you guys, which will be a work in progress throughout 2023. We're going to be playing around with it a lot. We're also going to go through and revamp all of our visual stuff like banners, thumbnails, the podcast overlay, and maybe even our opening intro sequence to give the show a new, fresh, and clean look. The one thing we probably won't be playing around with is our logo. I really like the look of it. I think we all do. But if any of you have any ideas for a new one, feel free to send that our way. We're more than happy to look at it and consider it. This year, we are also officially looking for a fourth co-host who can join us about once a month or more, since Chris is only able to join us a few times a year. As much as we love him, he doesn't have much time for the podcast. So if you feel like you'd be a good fit, reach out to us and we'll bring you on as a guest a few times and kind of test it out. We already have a few people in mind for this, and even if we don't choose you to be a co-host, we're always happy to have you on as a regular guest if you enjoy talking about fantasy. This next one isn't firmly nailed down as far as when we're going to start implementing it, as it largely depends on how many subscribers we get this year, but we would love to start live streaming some episodes so that we can interact with you guys live as we talk about our favorite fantasy and sci-fi series and topics. The reason why this depends on subscribers is that we don't necessarily want to do a live stream with only a couple people watching. We want there to at least be, like 20 people or so. So if our subscribers go up significantly, then we are happy to do some live streams. Lastly, we are committing to going through the rest of the Cosmere starting in 2023. We should be starting with Elantris and Warbreaker in either late January or February, and then continuing on to Stormlight and the short stories as well. We've already done our episodes on Mistborn, so we'll probably be skipping over that this year, but may come back to it in the future. If there's any particular Cosmere stuff you'd like to see us cover, then definitely let us know. If there's any specific Cosmere topics or part of the lore that you'd like to see us do a dedicated episode on, that's what we're trying to do this year. We're trying to get really into it and make it a staple of new books that we read when they come out. So yeah, these are some of the things you can expect to see on our channel this next year, and I'm sure there will be more announcements as we make our way through 2023. If you guys have anything you'd like to see from our podcast, including changes of any kind of feedback, always feel free to reach out to us in the comments on YouTube or over on Twitter, or email us at fantasyfilespodcast@gmail.com. Thank you to everyone who has stayed with us so far. We had such a fantastic 2022. It was by far the best year of the podcast, and we hope to make 2023 even better. Thank you, guys.